Hey everyone, this is Jonathan from Jonathan's Travels, and I want to talk today about something that I really enjoy and something that in these days of uncertainty adds a little bit of safety to your travels and certainly makes things more comfortable. And that is, as our buddy here, George, is showing you, a private suite. Sometimes you want to be in your own little enclosed world on an airplane and not just be out. So there's always coach and premium economy, which is already much better. You're getting a nice amount of personal space. But there's a big difference between those business class products and first class products that are open and those that are truly all enclosed, some as much as floor to ceiling. So you are truly separated from all other passengers, or possibly just in a small, let's call it cubicle situation or pod with just your traveling companions on a few of them. Some people think those are going to be at just ginormous extra costs. Frequently here at Jonathan's Travels, we can make it happen at an absolutely regular, reasonable price. So one I want to talk about today, we'll start with the Q Suite on Qatar. Voted #1 business class product in the world. Doors are about as high as I am, so just about 6 feet. When you're sitting down, you won't see anyone else. But the joy is this. As one seat is forward and one seat is backwards, if you're with a companion, you both want window seats, you sit across from each other. Think kind of like going to a restaurant and sitting across a table from one another. You are close enough to have a conversation, but when you want to, you can close off, have privacy, and each of you sleep. Now, on the other hand, if you want to be side by side with that person, we can book the middle section. Those would make into almost basically a double bed for two. And if it's four, let's say it's 2 parents and 2 kids or 2 couples, you can actually book the entire 4 middle section. So the 2 backwards, the 2 forwards, and with all the doors closed, that becomes its own enclosed little pod and world. So really cool way to travel and have that extra bit of privacy. British Airways is doing this in their business class now, though only on certain routes, and the doors are much lower. In the ANA, All Nippon to Japan are connecting through, also doing this in business and in first. But I want to get into a few of the amazing first products out there. A lot of people know Emirates has had this for years. The old product, well, phenomenal. Their new product is amazing. It's a 111, so if you picture the size of a large wide-body aircraft, now only 3 seats across. Give you an idea in coach, that would be somewhere between 8 to 10 seats across for that same amount of space. In that, the wall is floor to ceiling, so it is truly enclosed all the way up. And even when someone comes by to serve you, there's a little window they can open up and they bring your food in and out there, so no one has to interrupt you in the privacy of your suite. Singapore has legendary, the most amazing one at 50 square feet a seat. We were lucky enough to get the opportunity to do it last year from Sydney to Singapore. It only runs about 5 or 6 routes in the world. Really amazing experience, start to finish, with service, with the seat, and really it's a seat, it's a chair and a bed with walking around space. Etihad, really famous for 2 of them, one being the apartment, which is their normal first class. Think like a chair on one side, a bench on the other side. That bench folds down to be your bed. The chair stays as a chair, and there's a little bit of room between them, so you've got some space. And then the ultimate, the residence. When it comes back into service, 3 a separate living room, separate bedroom, and a private bathroom just for you. Truly a luxurious experience, and at a price point all of its own, but it's a flat rate generally for 1 or 2 guests. Flies out of New York, flies out of London, sporadically, hard to find throughout, but if we are able to find it and you want the opportunity, it's something we can look for. The other ones, Qatar in the private suites, generally $3,000 up, which is in line or below most other business class products, but yet their business is equal to most first. The Emirates certainly in their first class goes all out. The European carriers, Air France, only on the 777-300ER, and this is a reason to look at working with us when you're going on your next trip. Our product knowledge. Our agents here know more about every type of aircraft than you'll find in general with most agents. So it's not just booking the airline, it's booking the right aircraft and finding the one with that specific seating. We can definitely create social distancing. If you don't want to go as far as amazing first class suite, or maybe you're just traveling in the US or something shorter distance, don't forget, airlines will allow you to purchase multiple seats. So if you wanted to, for example, a business class cabin was 8 seats and there's 4 of you, we can actually arrange to purchase the other 4 seats so that that cabin would just be private for you and your family. Feels like flying a private jet at a tiny fraction of the cost, particularly on a short distance flight. So lots of options out there for you, lots of things we can do to help and make it more comfortable to travel during this time. Do keep an eye out. In the next couple of weeks, Rwanda is opening along with the gorilla trekking. There's with a very long COVID testing protocol for everybody's safety, but to get through that is pretty quick and easy. And then you have those amazing experiences in this year and early into next year. It will, where it usually is backed up at least a year to get permits. Now you should be able to get them pretty easily. So it's a great opportunity to do that if that's ever been on your bucket list. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching, and please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and of course here on this YouTube channel. Our Twitter is also filled with travel news, so look at that as well. In the meantime, goodbye everyone, and happy and safe traveling.